Hey guys, on today's topic we're going to talk about what would you go for on your vehicle? Are you going for looks or are you going to pick performance? So, let's go. Hey guys, welcome back to another Talking Mods. On today's topic we're talking about looks. Do you pick the looks, the exterior appearance of your vehicle? You know, especially when you're trying to pick out what modifications you're going to do. Or should you go and target the performance? And this is an age-old question that a lot of people wonder about and they question. So I will start off with how it started for me, and I'll give you, my thoughts on it. When it started for me, it was really the looks. Now, if you don't know, I'm the CEO of ModBargains, and I've been doing it for 17 years. So before we even started this company, I had a partner. So I am the sole owner right now, but I did have a partner. And at that time, when we started this company, I had actually just before we started, before all of this even started, I had traveled to Europe. I had come back from Europe, and he had just, my partner at the time, had just purchased a vehicle, a BMW E46. And, he's super excited and happy, and I'm not realizing at all what I'm doing. But as soon as I saw it, it just looked bizarre to me, and I couldn't figure out what it was. And then I just said it, I just blurted it out, burst his bubble, poor guy, and just said, "That looks like a pimple on your car."
What the hell are you talking about?
And what I was talking about was the reflector, the orange reflectors that are on the bumper. Now, some cars have the orange inside the headlights. It's a mandated law. I talked about this in another video where I said what's legal and what's not legal. It's an extreme version of what's legal. So the orange reflector, but in Europe, it's all continuous. Now it's all super clean. And that kind of just started this road of modification, because it was just like, once you have that orange, let's say you have a white car, a black car, whatever it is, it doesn't flow because it's a mismatch of colors. So just like you have any fashion sense,
that guy might be MVP, but he might be the worst dresser in the NBA.
Why would you want to have that on there? And that kind of is what started this company, right? So what started ModBargains, we carry now a ton of different parts, from different looks to performance, right? But what happened there is we identified a problem that we saw. We brought out these reflectors that were painted for these bumpers, and we got it onto people's vehicles, and it made it look, and it still to this day looks amazing. It's one of the first things I always recommend to people. Some people don't notice it until you point it out. Once you notice it, you're like, damn, I gotta take care of that because it doesn't flow right? We all, as kids grow up, we look at the looks of vehicles, the Lamborghinis, and this, and there's design elements, right? But those cars also have performance. And one thing that I'm going to have to say off the bat is, look, most of these vehicles today, unless you live next to the Autobahn, you get to drive on the Autobahn every day. Guys, if you're in Germany, you are very lucky. You can't take the maximum performance on your vehicle every day on a street driving. You need to be safe. You got to be driving safe out there, right? So I guess I'm going to go back to the Autobahn, guys. I mean, if you're driving late at night, you could do it in a safe manner. If you go up at like 2, 4 in the morning, it's going to be open road and you can drive real safe. Now, I did drive the Autobahn. I'll give you guys that tidbit. I am in the 200-mile club. I did that back when I was in Germany. It was very safe. There were no cars on the road, but the reality is, I've done a lot of my share of performance driving, and I truly, truly, truly love performance driving. I mean, it's super fun, but doing it on the street is just unsafe. I'm much more mature now. I'm not as young as I was before, and yes, I did my share of wrong things, got my tickets.
What's going on here, guys? I'm just on my way to work.
Yeah, we know. We just want a selfie.
Oh, great. Yeah, let's do it.
Obviously, and even got them in recent times, but I don't get tickets that often anymore. I really keep that all on the track, and I highly recommend it to do so because it's unsafe. It really is. It's irresponsible. You're putting other people's lives in danger. So doing so, if you are into performance, what you end up doing is, as you start taking these classes, and I talked about this in a couple other videos, so we'll put it up there if you guys want to watch or learn how to go on the track. One thing you end up realizing is, yes, you improve as a driver, but at the end, what you end up really truly realizing is the people around you are just not as good of a driver. And that's why they call it defensive driving. You know, as you learn, you will start watching other cars, and it basically kind of just makes you calm down.
All right, everyone, just calm down. Calm down. Hey, hey.
Because you'll see people just basically braking in the middle of a turn, losing control. You start noticing all the little intricacies of what people, do wrong, and how that, if you were driving fast or whatever, easily could turn into an accident. And you don't want that to happen. So while I love performance, and it's my number one thing that I truly love, I don't know if I can say that to go with performance is what most people will do.
Oh, you crazy.
So a lot of people, I think, based off the numbers and what I see on what we sell on our website. So, we sell a lot of aesthetics, right? We sell bumpers, lighting, wheels, which is basically like the shoes on, literally shoes, right? All these aesthetic type of items, what is their purpose? And the majority of our sales do go towards aesthetic type of items, right? So aesthetics is obviously the looks of what, you're either attracting someone, right? You're making the appearance for yourself that you enjoy for your own vehicle. If let's say you have an exhaust, why do you have an exhaust? It's to be usually heard, right? Or to get noticed. You want to get noticed is why you have it. That's why most people have it. Yes, if you're on the track and you've got a helmet, maybe you get the performance of, hey, it's time to shift because you can't hear the car, but that's a minor one. The reality is you want it to be heard. You want it to be noticed. The same with your vehicle. You want it to be noticed. And so aesthetics plays a big part. And we see that, every day within our own website with the orders that we get from our customers. So aesthetics in general are something that we're all paying attention to right now. Let's say bumpers. We sell a ton of bumpers. I think in one of the previous videos I talked about how we have a major shortage of bumpers, right? Obviously, a lot of the bumpers are being put on vehicles for aesthetics. Are people actually looking at the aero and functionality of it? Maybe a little bit, but the majority of people are not. They're looking at it as, oh, this looks more aggressive. Oh, this looks more modern. Whatever it might be, the aesthetics are going to give you that first impression of the vehicle, right? It's going to make it either look like it's new or not new. Like some of our customers, after owning their vehicle for like 4 years, will basically say, okay, now it's time to upgrade the aesthetics, the looks of the vehicle. And they'll come in and they'll upgrade instead of buying a new car, and they're saving a bunch of money because they're enjoying their vehicle even further. Now, if you want to do it at the beginning, that's great because you get to enjoy it right from the beginning. But if it's time that you're making that decision of, hey, am I going to buy a new car, or can I spend just a little bit of money and give it a fresh look? Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. Why not have that fresh look? It feels like a brand new car, especially it all comes down to the impressions, right? We all look at vehicles when we first see them off the showroom floor. We think of, okay, wow, that looks beautiful, or whatever it is, and that's usually what attracts us.
Dad, look at that. Ford Mustang. What do you think?
It's not like, oh wow, it's got a 400 horsepower, 500 horsepower motor. Sure, it makes a difference, but it's not like all of us are buying, I'm not trying to bash, but we're not all buying Hellcats because that's, dollar for value. That's one of the highest ones out there, right? But
Oh, hell no.
that might not be our favorite look. Now, I'm not bashing it. I'm just saying that it's based off sales, right? We are not all buying the vehicles based off the performance. That's the key here. It really depends on you and what your purpose is, right? So if you have a truck or off-road vehicle and you are truly going off-road, you're going to care more about the performance of that off-road more so than the aesthetics. And believe me, there are plenty of aesthetic stuff that you're never going to put on. You rarely use off-road, right? I mean, it's ridiculous sometimes. I see some of these trucks out there that there's no way. I know and they're super spot clean. They have not even a bit of mud on them, nothing. They've never been off-road, in my opinion. But they're doing it for the aesthetics because they're trying to attract whatever it might be for, what they're going for, right? So we got to look at it in that respect of, the reality is, yes, we are all going to go for looks. As you mature, you will probably want more performance with your car. It really depends on your budget. But I want to get your opinion, your thoughts on this because, and guys, I understand that, also to get first impressions, we could do some crazy stuff. And I think I talked about it in some video where things not to do. Some people like to put stickers all over their cars or certain stickers. And, we joke around that adds, an extra 5 horsepower or whatever because you put a race sticker. Anyway, the point is, or they do some ridiculous spoiler to get attention. Obviously, my taste is to be nice and clean, a classic look, and we all have different tastes. But I want to get your opinion. What's your thoughts? What way did you guys go? Put it in the comments below. We try to respond always. And if you haven't already done so, please hit the like. It does help. And subscribe, guys. It really, really does help. I hate asking for it, but I really do appreciate it. And I will see you on the next Talking Mods.